to the channel. Today I am going to be pulling the wheels and tires off of the Challenger Hellcat so I can use the front tires on the Charger. But this is also going to let me fix that one driver's side wheel that had a little bit of curb rash from the accident that I never even fixed. I never really cared about it. But now that I'm going to have the tires off of the wheels for a little bit, it'll be really nice to fix that. So I'm going to temporarily put the Scat Pack wheels and tires on the front of this, and then I'm going to order some 315s for the front because these are still the 305s that came factory on the wide body Hellcat. I now have both the front wheels off the Challenger. I'm going to go over to the dealership and have them swap these tires onto the two not very good looking Trackhawk wheels, but they're going to work perfectly fine to get the alignment on the Charger. So this is the wheel from the one dealership that ended up ruining the wheel. Had to replace it, and it looks like when they put the, look at that, when they put the tire on, because this is the inside, I never even saw this, they gouged the tire, didn't say anything about it, and they probably just didn't want to have to replace the tire too, or both the front tires. So I'm glad this never blew out. It's not that far in, but it's actually pretty far. So glad nothing ever happened to it, but it's kind of shady that they never said anything about this, because this is the first time I've ever had the wheel back off the car since then. So let's go over to the local dealership, which they've been great. They've been helping me out a lot. They're gonna throw these tires on these wheels, which no tire shops would actually do, because where is it at? One of these has a pretty big dent in it from the accident. Yeah, you can kind of see it down there, but yeah, let's go get these Trackhawk tires off, get the Hellcat tires on. Back over at the Junkyard, the guys over at Pueblo Dodge hooked me up. They swapped the tires off of the Challenger onto those two pretty questionable Trackhawk wheels, but let's throw these on the car, and I'm probably going to end up having this wheel refinished. It's not too bad, but it does have some scuffing from when I got the car, and then it'll be nice and cleaned up. Also, I cannot wait to finally see this thing with all the same wheels on it, even though these wheels don't look that great. I now have all four Trackhawk wheels on the Hellcat station wagon, and I'm really happy that I did this, because now a problem that I thought I was having was this was too low every time. But I think what was going on was the same thing that happens when you jack one side up. The other side had Trackhawk size tires on it, the Trackhawk size spare, and I think it was just kind of tilting it this way. So what I need to do now is, she's off the lift. Finally, look at that. Both arms are done. And I need to lower her back down, so she's a little bit too high. Like I said, I'm probably looking to like oh man, yeah, way too much gap right there. Probably 2 fingers is what I'm looking for here, maybe 3. I'm gonna have to just really play it by ear, because the rear, you can see back there, it looks like it's good, but there isn't, it's like 1 finger barely. So I want to have 2 fingers back here, because this wheel, once I get the Vossens, it's going to be a 20x11. It's going to be flush, and I don't want to have to worry about rubbing this lip right here. So that being said, I think 2 fingers when I launch it, she'll be pretty close, but I'm going to try to make it so it doesn't rub anything, it doesn't cause any damage. Plus, I'm going to still have the fender liner in there on both sides and the front, so I don't want to have any issues with it rubbing there. But I am really happy that she's now sitting on the ground. You can see in the back, the toe is way off right there. And then on this side, it's like really bad. So that's really why I want to take this and have it aligned. But the front looks pretty good with those AAD upper control arms, my lower control arms. This looks almost zero camber, which I'm very happy about. It took a lot of work with working with Parker and AAD Performance. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to get this stuff done, especially with the front upper control arm. Most companies I talk to, I'm working with a lot of good companies like Holley, AAD Performance, Black Ops Auto Works, QA1. I mean, send, cut, send. Without these companies helping me on stuff like this, it would be almost impossible to talk to a company and be like, hey, can you make these upper control arms just a little bit longer so I don't have any camber issues and so they're still adjustable, which Parker at AAD Performance really got me out of a bind with those upper control arms. Fully adjustable now. Lower control arms are fully adjustable. Everything in the rear is fully adjustable. I'm super pumped about this. So still need to get the misalignment spacers from a subscriber, Aaron Rue. And without my subscriber, Aaron Rue, all the misalignment spacers, finding a machine shop to actually make them would be almost impossible as well. It'd be very difficult to just have a few misalignment spacers here and there, one-off. So big shout out to Aaron Rue as well. Everybody that helps me on the channel, I mean, big shout out to them because it is a big help to get stuff done that almost is impossible to have just one-offs made. So, and the steering shaft, I did order. I thought I ordered the right thing, but I ordered a 3.25 inch threaded, or not threaded, but splined, and I need 5/8. So I'm gonna have to order a 5/8 one to make this U-joint, this CV U-joint work. But we'll handle and get this all sorted out, and then the headers, once those come, hopefully they're here before Christmas. I was hoping they'd be here 2 weeks ago, but we'll get all that sorted, and then I could drive this thing onto the trailer and get her over to alignment shop. She's now 100% off the lift, and I'm very happy. She is now finally under her own weight. I have her set at the correct ride height. Some people might say this is too high, but this is also going to be taken to the drag strip. It's also going to be taken to the road course. I want to drive it around town and not have to worry about bottoming it out. To me, this is the perfect usable ride height, and it's not that high. I mean, this is lower than a factory Charger Hellcat, which is exactly where I wanted it to be. But other than that, the last few things that I need to do besides the headers, once I get those, is I need to do the headliner so I could put a windshield in the car. So I need to pretty much splice the Charger headliner with the Magnum headliner, wrap it in Alcantara. Once I do that, we can finally get the windshield installed in the car. And then besides the header and the steering shaft, everything else is just wiring a few little things up in the interior, do the headers, finish the exhaust, and then fire her up, take her over to the dealership, have the alignment done, which is probably going to take all day. But I'm so excited that she's finally getting close to being able to drive. It's just all these little tedious things that just take up a bunch of time, and it's going to be a fast car. So I want to do it right the first time because I don't want to have any issues where something happens, something breaks, and then I, put it into a wall, wreck it, or something at the drag strip or at the road course. So what I'm going to do now that she finally rolls around, and she rolls really nice, let's push her outside, give her a bath. It has been probably 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. Actually, it's probably been longer than that. Clean everything up because she's looking pretty grimy, and make her look a little bit nicer. I now have her washed, dried, and nice and clean, and she looks so good. I'm so happy to not see her all dusty. She's getting so close to running and driving. Once I get the headers, she will run and drive over to the alignment shop. Probably actually into a trailer, then go over to the alignment shop. We'll get everything aligned, and she'll be able to actually drive on the road, which is going to be amazing to finally actually drive this car. It's just one of those things. I've been working on her so long that I'm so happy to see her in this state. I mean, this is crazy. So I decided to throw the front bumper on just because I was cleaning the car anyway, and I wanted to clean the bumper as well. Plus, it's getting pretty close to where the bumper is going to be permanently mounted on here anyway. I just have it stuck up there with some clips. So don't tell me about this flare that isn't clipped in, and it doesn't have a gap. It's just not clipped in. But she looks so good. She looks so good with the bumper, and I love the stance. She just looks so mean. The wide body with the station wagon is just crazy. Plus, the wide body, I was talking to a subscriber, the one that brought me his Magnum to fix. He's still waiting to send a wiring harness, but he never noticed this in the videos because it's really hard to see. And if you look at this right here, this is where a normal Magnum body would be. And then this just goes pretty much to the quarter and straight down. So the Charger's already that much wider, plus it has another like 3-inch flare from the factory on it. It's just a really wide car. And I cannot wait to just see people's reactions driving this thing all over the country to events and stuff like that. It's just going to be crazy because people, you know, there are Charger front end swaps on Magnums, and there's like a couple of these that are done really shoddy, but there's nothing to this quality that looks like a factory car, which that's what I'm going for. I wanted this thing to look like a car that Dodge should have made, that rolled off the assembly line, and people are just going to be like, I want to go get that car, go to their dealership, and then they're like, oh, you don't even make those? That wasn't a real car? What did I see? So I'm going to end the video here. Super happy that she's finally clean. She's getting so close. I know people keep commenting on my videos about how long the build's taking, and it's a lot more work than it looks like. So we'll be getting the headers in here. I'll modify them, get everything welded up, get the exhaust all fabricated, and we'll be finally finished with this car, and she'll actually be running and driving. But if you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.